Hi there, everybody. Week 3 of the Lancaster-Lebanon League football season is in the books. I'm here to talk about it. Alongside me is Jeff Reinhart. I'm Schweigert. We're from LankSports.com, and let's get right to it with our Week 3 scores. The big game this week, of course, is the resumption of the storied rivalry between Lancaster Catholic and McCaskey. I was out at this game tonight. Incredible atmosphere. Conservative estimates have the crowd at about 10,000. I think it may have even been a little bit more than that. I've never seen a bigger crowd for a regular season game before. It was an incredible atmosphere. Both sides were really jacked up for this one. Lancaster Catholic comes out with the 17-7 victory over McCaskey. The Crusaders were down 7-3 at halftime, rallied for 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, 2 very impressive scoring drives there. Brandon Hollister had a 2-yard run to cap the first one. The quarterback, John Rhoda, hit Greg Kirchner from 17 yards out for the second score. And then Catholic's defense put the clamps on McCaskey from there. They came up with 3 interceptions in the second half, including one with 50 seconds to go that really sealed the game.
Wow.
16 straight wins for Lancaster Catholic. They're 3-0 this year. Again, 17-7 the final, and that one was a really good game.
But did McCaskey impress you?
McCaskey,
they showed up and played, and it was a game.
Absolutely. McCaskey's very impressive. I got to say right now, based on some of the other results I'm seeing from around Section 1, I would put them at number 2 in Section 1 right now, behind Wilson. Of course, you got to put the Bulldogs up there. They're 3-0, but
with an injury,
they have an injury. Zach Schweigert, their starting quarterback, went down tonight. Shoulder injury. We're not sure of anything beyond that. We're not sure if he's going to be on the shelf for a while or not. However, if he is not there next week, guess who Wilson plays? McCaskey.
Tornado.
So all of a sudden that becomes a very big game in West Lawn. If the Tornado can go in there and get a win over Wilson, all of a sudden they're in the driver's seat in Section 1, really. And who would have thought that? A team that went 1-19 over the last 2 years. Coach Rob Monzone has really turned things around there in a hurry. The players are buying into it. Their defense looks very good. They have some dynamic players on both sides of the ball. Very impressed with Deontay Cherry tonight. Among others, there are a lot of good players on that team. McCaskey is legit. They're going to be a very good team this year. I'm not saying they're going to win districts or anything like that, but considering where they were the year before, they look a whole lot better. It's really nice to see a good story coming out of McCaskey.
Glad to hear that. Big time.
Jeff, of course, you were at the Mannheim Central Selinsgrove game, rematch of last year's AAA final. Barons had to hold on in this one. How was it?
Held on for dear life, actually. Central got up 21-7 in this game, 14-0 at half. Michael Smith, best I've seen him in 3 weeks, had a bunch of yards, close to 100 probably. He had 2 touchdown runs. Chase Moyer to Derek Hart, 69-yard bomb, put Central up 21-7. Selinsgrove comes flying back, cuts it to 21-20 with 32 seconds to go. Call the timeout. Seals go for 2 in the lead on the road with 32 seconds to go. Their quarterback rolls right, throws the pass, and Andrew Kaufman, Central's linebacker, came flying over, jumped the route, batted the pass down, saved the day. Selinsgrove goes for the onside kick. Justin Good recovers for Mannheim. So they really hang on at the end. I saw Mike Williams real quick afterwards. He kind of had an exhale, sigh of relief to get a win. Wasn't pretty. Moyer had a big night up top. Brandon Artman had 11 catches. With the underneath routes, he played well. A little bit of revenge for Mannheim. Got to spend a couple minutes with Seth Lawver before the game, the player from Selinsgrove who was paralyzed in a car crash. He scored the game winner against Mannheim in the state final last year. Got a chance to meet him. That was very nice. So Central goes to 2-1. They have Cocalico next week. Had Cocalico in the section opener. And Cocalico will be coming off 2 losses in a row if you want to jump into the other games.
Let's go right to it. Cocalico, they fall to Governor Mifflin this week. Surprising, the Eagles are 1-2. I never would have thought that at the beginning of the season.
Didn't see it coming. At the loss at Ephrata last week by a point on the block field goal. They lose tonight to Mifflin, 31-12. Mifflin led this game 24-0. Austin Hartman had a 54-yard touchdown run and a 71-yard touchdown run. We figured they'd be leaning on Hartman a lot. They are, but wow, how about Cocalico? 2 in a row losses going into the Central game.
Yeah, I mean, we all really thought that the Eagles and the Barons were going to be, the 2 teams that are really slugging it out along with a couple others, but now all of a sudden I got to think you got to look to Lampeter Strasburg out of Section 2 as maybe Mannheim Central's chief competition. Pioneers 3-0.
Yeah, LS 28, Cedar Cliff 7. Story of this game, Nate Shank, LS quarterback, suspended, apparently did not play. Christian Del Rossini, their dynamite tight end, and linebacker type DN kid, played quarterback. He was a quarterback as a freshman. They switched him. He accounted for 2 touchdowns, a run and a pass. Justin Groff had 2 touchdown runs. Cedar Cliff was supposed to be this high-flying, Contafio, look-out kind of offensive team. LS shuts them down, holds them to just 1 touchdown, 28-7. Sets up Lancaster-Lebanon. Who'd have thunk it? They're both 3-0 going into next week. Wow.
And this is going to be, that game's going to be one of those classic something's got to give games, because Lebanon's putting up some astounding numbers offensively with that no-huddle, air raid, pass-happy attack they have. Lampeter Strasburg, I saw them last week. I'm very impressed with that defense. So something's going to have to give there because Lebanon looks unstoppable. LS looks very solid on defense. So it's that, typical clash of styles here. That's going to be an interesting one to see.
Lebanon beat Elko 28-24 in the Bologna Bowl, as I affectionately call it. Alex Troutman 25 for 47, 259 and a touchdown, 99 rushing yards and a touchdown. Lebanon rallies, scores 14 points in the fourth quarter to win. Township 28, E-Town 26. Township was up really big in this game. E-Town comes flying back. Onside kick with 2 minutes to go. Jake Weber for Township recovers. Streak survived, 28-26 over E-Town. Wow.
That's another team. That Township does improve to 1-2, but again, they were preseason favorites by just about everyone to at least contend or battle Wilson for that section title. They struggle early on. So Section 1's is up in the air as Section 2 is really with who's the favorite and who's the chief contender.
You could be right. Rip through some of these here. Penn Manor loses for the second week in a row. They lose to Dallastown 35-20. Break up Ephrata. Mounts 2 in a row. They beat CV 7-3 in a grudge match. Jeremy Frank had a touchdown run for Ephrata's only score. Ephrata wins despite getting just 165 yards and 7 first downs, but CV no touchdowns and just 3 points.
Ephrata has turned winning ugly into an art form because they really didn't do a whole lot offensively against Cocalico the week before and came out with a win there too. So hey, win's a win. They're all pretty in the W column, so congratulations to Ephrata.
2 wins in a row. Central York 28, Hempfield 0. Black Knights 7 yards and 2 first downs and 0 points through 3 games. Ouch.
Hard to believe. I haven't seen a group of people have this much trouble scoring since Revenge of the Nerds, but that's my humor for the week.
He's here all week.
Yes.
Wow, that's rough. And I picked Hempfield this week. I thought Central York had a couple kids out that were hurt, but not a basketball score. Octorara 54, Pequay Valley 41. We knew that was going to be the Achilles. Pequay's just not stopping anybody. Their offensive stats are beyond gaudy, but no. Daniel Boone 49, Columbia 25, Tommy Bedolis 5 touchdown passes, Wilson 60, Reading 0.
Ouch.
Zwizek hurt in the game, went out with a shoulder injury. Keep your fingers crossed. Warwick 20, Garden Spot 10, 2 wins in a row for the Warriors. Look out. Hershey 41, Cedar Crest 28, Falcons dropped to 0-3. Conrad Weiser beats up on Donegal 34-7. Weiser swept the LL League in the non-league 3-0. Hamburg goes to 3-0. They beat Northern Lebanon 40-10. Another score that's not a basketball score, trust me. Enville Cleona 68, Fleetwood 34.
Ouch.
Wow. And Solanco pitches a shutout. Golden Mules 31, Oxford 0, 2 touchdown runs for Joe Welk. Week 3 in the books.
And folks, sets up a nice week in week 4 as we get into section play for the first time.
Finally.
Jeff, you're going to be doing the Lampeter Strasburg Lebanon game.
Like to check them out. I'd like to see those games.
I think I'm going to run down to West Lawn and watch McCaskey take on Wilson in a game that is suddenly very interesting in Section 1.
No doubt about it.
So we thank you again for visiting us here at lanksports.com. Be sure to keep checking with us during the week for updates on all the upcoming games, and enjoy the games next Friday night. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks. See you.